Every single minute, someone, somewhere is hit by a stroke, and most never see it coming. It doesn't always begin with drama. Sometimes it sneaks in silently, built on everyday habits we barely notice. That's what makes it so dangerous. A few innocent routines, too much sitting, salty snacks, late-night screen time, can slowly build up into something deadly. Especially if you're over 60, your body doesn't bounce back like it used to. What once was harmless now carries weight. And the truth, stroke doesn't give warnings. It arrives without permission and takes more than just movement. It can take your speech, your memory, your independence. I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to wake you up. As a neurologist, I've seen what happens when these warnings go ignored. That is why today we recounting down 10 common daily habits, from the mild to the most dangerous, that quietly raise your stroke risk, especially in your later years. Stick with me until the very end, because number 1 is the most underestimated and the most critical habit to break. It might even save your life. And if you're someone who values your independence and your health, take a moment to share this with someone close to you. It might be the nudge they didn't know they needed. Let's begin with habit number 10. Habit number 10, sitting for long periods without moving. It seems harmless, right? But sitting for hours on end, on the couch, at your desk, or even reading your favorite book, can quietly turn your blood into sludge. Your circulation slows, your blood thickens, and those long periods of inactivity raise the risk of blood clots, especially in your legs. Now imagine one of those clots breaking loose and traveling straight to your brain. That's how many strokes begin, not with fireworks, but with a quiet pause in movement. And here's what most people don't realize. After 60, your blood vessels lose flexibility. Your heart has to work harder to pump blood. The system isn't as forgiving, which is why even a small action, like standing up every 30 minutes, pacing while on the phone, or doing gentle stretches, can keep your blood flowing smoothly and protect your brain. It's not about going to the gym or running marathons. It's about movement. Regular, mindful, simple movement. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You do it daily, not because it's dramatic, but because it works. If your legs feel heavy or numb after sitting, don't brush it off. That's your body waving a red flag. Don't wait for a warning sign to become a medical emergency. So get up, stretch, walk to the kitchen, move for your mind. Habit number 9, consuming too much salt without even knowing it. Salt is sneaky. It hides in the foods you'd least expect. Your breakfast bread, salad dressings, canned soups, frozen meals. Even the ones labeled healthy often pack more sodium than your body can handle, especially as you age. Too much salt raises your blood pressure quietly, steadily, and relentlessly. It weakens your arteries, stiffens their walls, and makes them more likely to rupture or clog. And high blood pressure? It's the #1 cause of strokes worldwide. Here's what's worse. After 60, your kidneys aren't as efficient. They struggle to process excess sodium, which means salt stays in your system longer, raising your stroke risk even further. That's why it's essential to take control. Read nutrition labels carefully. Aim for less than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. Cook more meals at home, where you control the ingredients. Use herbs and spices like garlic, lemon, and basil instead of reaching for the salt shaker. And when dining out, be cautious. Restaurant dishes are often sodium bombs in disguise. Cutting back on salt isn't just good advice, it's a brain-saving strategy. A pinch here and a sprinkle there might feel harmless, but over time, that habit adds up. Your arteries can't tell the difference between a fancy bistro and a TV dinner. Salt is salt, and too much of it puts your brain at risk. Habit number 8, sleeping in the wrong position. Yes, something as ordinary as how you rest your head at night could be quietly increasing your stroke risk. You see, most people think sleep is always restorative. But if you sleep on your back with 2 or more pillows pushing your head forward, you're creating a blockage right in your neck. That posture can restrict blood flow and oxygen delivery to your brain while you sleep. Even worse, it can narrow your airways and trigger undiagnosed sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops throughout the night. You might not even know it's happening. But your brain does. It suffers silently from low oxygen night after night. And over time, that oxygen deprivation creates inflammation, raises your blood pressure, and makes your blood more prone to clotting. All perfect conditions for a stroke. Snoring loudly? Waking up with headaches? Feeling unrested even after 8 hours? These are red flags. They're not normal. They're your body crying out for help. The solution is surprisingly simple. Sleep on your side. Use just one pillow that keeps your neck aligned. And absolutely avoid falling asleep in recliner chairs with your head dropped forward. Your brain repairs itself during sleep, but only if it's getting the oxygen it needs. This small adjustment could be a powerful shield against a devastating stroke. One pillow, one position, one major step toward protection. Now let us move to number 7. Something most people skip without even realizing the damage they re-causing. Habit number 7. Skipping water first thing in the morning. You might not feel it, but when you wake up, your body is already dehydrated. You've gone 6, 7, maybe 8 hours without a single sip. And yet, what's the first thing most people grab? Coffee. But here's the problem. That morning dehydration makes your blood thicker, slower, harder to move, especially through the small, sensitive vessels in your brain. It's like trying to pump syrup through a straw. And when your blood moves like that, it becomes far more likely to clot. And clots, even tiny ones, are the ticking time bombs that can lead directly to a stroke. If you've ever woken up feeling dizzy, foggy, or strangely tired, even after a full night's sleep, that's not just aging. That's your brain crying out for hydration. Water isn't just refreshing. It thins your blood, improves circulation, and gives your brain exactly what it needs to fire up, focus, and function. The fix? Drink a tall glass of water, 8 to 12 ounces, within the first 30 minutes of waking. Before the coffee, before breakfast, just water. Add a squeeze of lemon for antioxidants, or a tiny pinch of sea salt to help restore electrolytes. Make it a ritual. And no, coffee doesn't count. It's a diuretic, which means it actually causes more fluid loss. This tiny habit takes less than a minute, but it builds a powerful shield against stroke. Start your day hydrated. Start your brain protected. And next, we're tackling one of the most dangerous traps in every grocery store aisle. It's cheap, it's convenient, and it's quietly harming your brain every single day. Habit number 6, relying on processed foods. They're everywhere, easy, fast, and wrapped in bright packaging that promises convenience. But inside those boxes, bags, and microwave trays hides something far more dangerous than most people realize. Every time you reach for that frozen dinner, bag of chips, or pre-made salad dressing, you're feeding your body a cocktail of sodium, preservatives, refined oils, and added sugars. And these ingredients don't just clog your arteries, they inflame them. They weaken the lining of your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, and make it easier for clots to form. That's the perfect recipe for a stroke. And here's the kicker. Many of these foods disguise themselves as healthy. A frozen meal with vegetables, a granola bar labeled natural, a colorful cereal box promising fiber. But behind the marketing is a harsh truth. If it's processed, it's likely loaded with hidden salt, sugar, and chemicals your body can't handle, especially after 60. Your liver and kidneys don't process these toxins like they used to. Your blood vessels become more fragile with age, and every processed bite makes the situation worse. So what's the solution? Start with one simple shift. Swap one processed item each day for something fresh. Choose an apple instead of a packaged snack. Make your own salad dressing with olive oil and lemon. Roast vegetables instead of microwaving them. And remember, the fewer ingredients on the label, the better. Real food doesn't need a paragraph of fine print. Your brain depends on clean, whole nourishment to function clearly and stay protected. Processed food might save you a few minutes today, but it can steal years from your future. Don't let convenience cost you your health. Choose real. Choose fresh, and protect your brain from the inside out. And speaking of silent threats, the next habit may already be happening in your home every single night, without you even realizing it. Habit number 5, Ignoring loud snoring or untreated sleep apnea. It might sound like a harmless nuisance, a little snore at night, a funny sound that makes your partner elbow you in the ribs. But snoring, especially loud or irregular snoring, is one of the most serious red flags your body can give. Because often it's not just snoring, it's sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts while you sleep. Sometimes for just a few seconds, sometimes for much longer. And every pause in breath means your brain is being starved of oxygen. You might not notice it. You might wake up groggy with a dry mouth or a headache and just blame it on a bad night. But your brain remembers. It suffers. And over time, that constant lack of oxygen creates a perfect storm. Inflammation, high blood pressure, and clot formation. It's a silent killer. Sleep is supposed to heal and restore. But sleep apnea turns your nights into battlegrounds, ones your brain may not survive intact. The good news, you can do something about it. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping, or feel exhausted during the day despite sleeping, it's time to take it seriously. Talk to your doctor. Schedule a sleep study. Get tested. Whether it's a CPAP machine, a lifestyle change, or even sleeping in a better position, there are options. You wouldn't ignore a car that sputters and stalls every few minutes. Don't ignore your body doing the same thing. Breathing clearly and consistently during sleep is one of the strongest defenses you have against a stroke. Now, you might be thinking, I'm just getting older, this is normal. But it's not. And the next habit will explain why your morning drink might be quietly harming your brain every single day. Habit number 4, drinking sugary beverages every single day. That morning orange juice, the healthy smoothie in a plastic bottle, even that cold glass of sweet tea in the afternoon. They may taste refreshing, but they're flooding your body with more sugar than you realize. And your brain is paying the price. Sugary drinks spike your blood sugar fast. Your body responds by dumping insulin into your system to bring things back down. But when this cycle happens again and again, day after day, it leads to insulin resistance. That's the road to type 2 diabetes. And diabetes is one of the leading risk factors for stroke. It doesn't stop there. The sugar also inflames your blood vessels, makes your blood stickier, and increases blood pressure. It creates the perfect storm: thick blood, fragile arteries, and a high chance of clots, all of which increase your stroke risk dramatically. And here's what's worse. Many people think they're making healthy choices. They buy fruit juices, bottled smoothies, flavored waters, thinking it's better than soda. But some of those drinks have just as much sugar as a can of cola. The fix? Choose water first, every day, all day. Add lemon or cucumber slices if you need flavor. Try unsweetened herbal teas. The truth is, your brain thrives on stability. Steady hydration, steady blood sugar. Not spikes and crashes. Not floods of fructose. The more sugary drinks you consume, the more you're inviting instability. Inside your brain, inside your arteries, inside your future. Swap sweetness for protection. Because that bottle might feel harmless, but it's a slow poison if you're drinking it daily. And coming up next, the habit that's not just harming your body, it's attacking your mind, your mood, and your arteries all at once. And most people live with it every single day without even realizing the damage. Habit number 3, living with chronic stress and never giving yourself a break. Stress is more than just a feeling, it's a full-blown attack on your body. And if you're over 60, that stress is even more dangerous, because your arteries aren't as flexible. Your blood pressure doesn't bounce back like it used to, and your brain is more vulnerable to inflammation than ever before. Every time you feel anxious, overwhelmed, or on edge, your body releases stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, chemicals that once helped us survive threats. But in today's world, those hormones are flooding your system over and over again. They raise your blood pressure, they tighten your arteries, they make your blood more likely to clot. And that's a recipe for stroke. The worst part? Most people don't even realize how much stress they're carrying. You push through. You tell yourself it's just life. You think rest is a luxury, not a necessity. But every day of unmanaged stress is like sandpaper on your blood vessels, grinding away your defenses until one day something gives. It doesn't have to be this way. Take control. Just 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Deep breathing, a quiet walk in the sun, gentle stretching, listening to calming music, praying, meditating. These are not luxuries. They are medicine. Natural, free, powerful. Your brain needs peace to function. Your heart needs calm to stay strong. And your future needs you to stop living in survival mode. Break the cycle. Stress management is not optional. It's survival. And up next is a mistake far too many people make. Ignoring the one number that could save your brain, your body, and your independence. Most people don't know it, and by the time they find out, the damage is already done. Habit number 2, never checking your blood pressure. Not knowing your blood pressure is like driving blindfolded on a highway. You're headed somewhere, but the crash is just a matter of time. High blood pressure is known as the silent killer for a reason. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't give you obvious symptoms. It just sits quietly, day after day, damaging your arteries, pushing your heart too hard, and making your brain more vulnerable with every beat. And when that damage builds up enough, it strikes. A stroke. A sudden, brutal reminder that silence is not safety. After 60, this risk skyrockets. Your arteries stiffen. Your body processes salt differently. And yet many people go years without checking their numbers, until it's too late. The truth is, you don't need a doctor's visit to start protecting your brain. Home blood pressure monitors are affordable, easy to use, and incredibly powerful tools. And that little screen could be the thing that saves your independence. Check it regularly, different times of the day. Write it down. Watch the trends, because knowledge is power. And when it comes to stroke, it's power that protects your life. If your top number, the systolic, is consistently above 120, it's time to take action. Talk to your doctor, make lifestyle changes, maybe even take medication if needed. Don't wait for a crisis. Don't assume you're fine because you feel okay. A stroke doesn't care how you feel. It only cares what's happening inside your arteries. You only get one brain. You only get one body. Check your pressure, know your numbers, take control before control is taken from you. Now we're down to the final habit, the most dangerous one of all. The one that puts every other risk on the list into motion. Stay with me. It's the one you absolutely must hear. Habit number 1, denial. The most dangerous thing you can say, the one phrase that puts all the other risks in motion, is this: it won't happen to me. Every person blindsided by a stroke once believed that. They were active. They felt fine. They thought they were doing okay until everything changed in an instant. But stroke doesn't ask permission. It doesn't wait for a convenient moment. It strikes when you least expect it, robbing you of your ability to move, speak, remember, live freely. And by the time it arrives, it's too late to undo the damage. That's why denial is the deadliest habit of all. It whispers lies that keep you stuck. I feel fine. I'll start taking care of myself later. I'm just getting older. But the truth? Every single day of ignoring your health brings you one step closer to crisis. You don't have to change everything overnight, but you do have to start. Drink water, check your pressure, move more, cut back on salt, sleep better, lower stress, and most importantly, stay awake to your choices. Your brain is priceless. Your independence is irreplaceable. Don't wait until it's gone to realize how much it mattered. Let this be your wake-up call. You can't go back in time, but you can start protecting your future right now. And if this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your partner, your kids, your neighbor, anyone who needs to hear the truth before it's too late. Because stroke doesn't just change one life. It changes entire families. And prevention? It starts with awareness. So take the step today, not tomorrow. Today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring about your health. And thank you for being the kind of person who listens, learns, and acts. Hit that subscribe button, and let's keep building a future where you stay strong, sharp, and free. One good choice at a time.